Hey everyone, welcome back to It's Game Week, and I have Nilesh bhai here, OG back. Kashyap was also supposed to join, but he couldn't. But again, I'm here to say what a game week. I think I'm still saying the same thing to start for in the introduction. But I don't know, Nilesh bhai क्या लगता है? मतलब मुझे तो हर game week is like so exciting. हर game week लगता है कि यार इतने अच्छे matches हुए, इतने अच्छे matches हुए. But is it because I don't know? It might be because I'm acknowledging and we are talking about it this time. But this game week also had some great matches: Bayern versus Dortmund, Champions League, Ronaldo 700th goal, Arsenal versus Liverpool. Yep, great matches. What's up, Nilesh bhai? क्या हाल चाल?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hey, Vamsi. So, sorry, couldn't make it the last time. But yes, this game week was pretty interesting. There was a lot of things, a lot of backstory around a lot of matches in the which happened. You know, the Klassiker in the Bundesliga,
Mm.
the the Arsenal Liverpool game. You know, as you said, as you rightly pointed out, Cristiano Ronaldo from CR7 he became to CR700.
Yes.
I mean, trust me, I've never ever liked a Man United team
Mm.
or any Man United players, but there are few of them I just stand and admire. One is Cristiano Ronaldo, and second is be what is Roy Keane. I mean,
Mm.
two of my favorite uh,
United.
United players. But I was just in total awe when I saw Cristiano Ronaldo at the age of 38, belting down the channel and scoring that beautiful goal from his left foot. He
It
was
was a
awesome. He was
Real Madrid
awesome.
connection.
Yeah, yeah.
Casemiro's
It was
assist.
it was Mr. Casemiro who fucked up, and then he
I
cleared
know.
up his fuck up.
So
And yes, I think Casemiro will do good at United.
yes, start with
Yeah.
them itself then. Did you watch the United versus Everton match?
Yes, yes. The thing with, see, I always watch Everton matches because the way it's being telecasted, when you get it on your TV, because it's a very small ground, right? It
Right.
gives a very cozy feeling. Goodison Park is a very small ground, 30,000 to 40,000
Yeah.
people, and it's like old school English ground. You watch
Mm,
Fulham games at Craven Cottage, or you watch
exactly. Yeah.
Everton's game at Goodison Park. I always watch Everton games because it gives me a very good vibe of the English Premier League.
Mm,
And it was a late night in India, 11:30 kickoff.
mm,
Next day was Monday, so I said, okay, fine, let me just
mm,
watch the first half. I'm pretty sure Everton would do something better because they haven't
mm,
conceded much goals, and I was hoping for a United crumble, but they
mm,
they came through. They came through. An ex-Arsenal player, Alex Iwobi,
mm,
scored the first goal at
exactly.
within 5 minutes. I think that was the reason Everton lost. They lost because
He
they
will be
scored
scored.
first. Iwobi scored in the fifth minute. Their
Mm,
entire game plan went out of the window. They
mm,
just become. I felt that Everton just became too overconfident and started, putting some extra force in their passes.
mm,
Uh, till that United game, Everton have had played good football. But in
right.
that game they were horrible. But credit to Man United. It hurts me to say that, but it is what it is.
I think United were actually not good in the first half. And the thing is, we should give credit to Lampard, sir. Matlab, he is actually Iwobi was in such a bad form and all, but he was really good in the first half. He the way he scored the goal or the way he linked up the play was actually really good. I mean, I didn't expect Iwobi to actually come out and like score a goal or something. But credit to Lampard, the what he's doing at Everton, I think it's actually admirable.
I think Everton will be safe this season. I feel they might finish somewhere between 12 to 16, 12 to
Mm,
17.
mm,
That's their ceiling. The
mm,
best thing what Everton have done is they have
mm,
bought two very good center backs in Connor
mm.
Cody and James Tarkowski.
Yes.
Two Premier League proven good central defenders. I mean, these two central defenders could get into um, any EPL team apart from the top six.
Right.
I mean, they can get into Spurs. I think Spurs. Yeah, fuck Spurs.
Definitely. I think Martial is injured again. What is with
Yeah,
him?
dude, he's partial. Anthony partial.
He he was. I'm not sure how long he's out. He is out for. I don't think it's a long injury, but
Does he even play or does he get money? Does he get even paid to just be injured? I mean, how can you live with yourself?
it's like, yeah, 19th minute or 24th minute injured, and
28th minute, he got
28th
he
minute.
got
Yeah.
subbed at
Hmm.
28th minute, and then Bade Bhaiya came and he scored the goal.
Yes.
Bade Bhaiya.
It was so evident in last few matches that everybody were trying to pass the ball to Ronaldo, and everybody wanted that 700 goal. And I think even Lampard wanted that. Lampard was saying, I knew Ronaldo would score his 700 in the Everton's game. But it was good to see. I think he will be a little at peace now, and at least he'll be, um,
I have a conspiracy
mentally a
theory.
better. Mm-hmm.
I have a conspiracy theory around this.
Mm-hmm.
Why did all the United players, Everton players, even Frank Lampard want Cristiano Ronaldo to score the 700 goals? 700 goals.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why, because obviously the moment he scores the 700 goals, he's going to post on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And then all these fuckers would just tag along and like they would retweet or reshare his photo and say, huh? So that even they get benefit of some of the followers out of the 500 million followers he has on Twitter.
It's
Maybe
Ronaldo.
some would just linger on David De Gea or maybe Victor Lindelof.
Yeah.
अच्छा विक्टर लिंडलॉफ को देख के अच्छा ये भी खेलता है यूनाइटेड के लिए, इसको भी फॉलो कर लेते हैं यार. हाँ, उनको भी कुछ 1000 2000 10,000 फॉलोअर्स बढ़
बढ़
जाएंगे.
देंगे.
हाँ, ये सबका सबका एजेंडा बहुत सेट है. हाँ, क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो मेरा भाई है. हाँ, assholes.
I think it's not a bad way to tag along, क्योंकि है तो मतलब फायदा तो उठाए.
हाँ, obviously,
Mm,
obviously. हाँ,
yes, and yeah, it was good to. I think United won 2-0, right? 2-1, right?
2-1,
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah,
You will be scored, right?
Iwobi scored. Yeah, and I think Anthony is still.
Anthony
Yeah,
scored.
Sancho was not good, but I think Anthony is still.
So Sancho did not play.
Yeah,
Anthony is the first United player to score in 3 consecutive league games, I guess.
yeah.
He scored against Arsenal, he scored against City, and he
City.
scored against Everton.
Yeah. I mean, he
I
has.
mean,
I see him score
I
in one
feel,
way.
yeah, he scores one way, but I feel Anthony is a player. I, I'm just, I might just get, I'm getting warmed up to him. I
Mm.
feel I see something in him.
Exactly.
He is
I see
good.
that passion in him that you could
Yeah,
have seen in Ander Herrera, or like players like Isco, or
yeah,
people who are like running all the way and like trying to create
yeah,
chances. And despite how the team is doing, like I saw
yeah,
that in him in City's game also.
yeah,
He and Martial were actually the ones who I think believed that even when they were like 4-0 or something, they
yeah,
believed that they can do something to, for United. So I think Anthony is actually a very pretty good addition that he did. Of course, not
yep.
the money, but still. Yeah.
That was obscene amount of money.
Yes. Yeah. So one more great match I watched this weekend. I didn't watch entirely, but my friend was like, "This is a great match going on," so I started watching Dortmund versus Bayern. Like I think they are second and third, or third and fourth right now in Bundesliga. And
Mm-hmm.
oh, great match, sir! Like stoppage time goal, and the
Some
way
controversy happened. I just read somewhere. Something happened in the match. Some refereeing decision at the last minute, and Dortmund equalized or something. Was the game?
there were few. I think penalty was reverted, I guess. I think that one, and but I don't remember a controversy. I remember controversies from the other games, but this one was entirely Bayern's game which was going. But Dortmund still believed in coming back. They were 2-0 down, And there are few players I noticed in Dortmund with whom, like, Dortmund's usual thing, like after a couple of years, they're going to sell them for like $150 million again, million
Yes.
euros again. So
Jude
this
Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham for sure, he had a decent day, but there's one more player, Karim Adeyemi. He was like getting fouls. He was making great runs. Oh yeah, so maybe the controversy you're talking about is the red card. One of the players got a second yellow, and that might be the one you're talking about.
Hmm.
So Bayern were down to 10 men from 89th minute. So, but this Mukoko and Karim Adeyemi were so good. Like, Adeyemi's runs were amazing. Like, he's one of the players who will definitely go for 100 next couple of seasons.
We have a guest at our podcast. He just
I
walked into the room. Yeah.
Bolo Hala Madrid.
Hala Madrid. Hala. चलो जा go go go.
यार, उसको बेंजेमा की टी शर्ट दिलाई कि नहीं? मैंने कहा था
We might have to edit this off.
ठीक है, not an issue, let's see.
The worst part is तुम तो बेंजिमा बोल रहे हो. हाँ, वो प्रैक्टो में बोले थे इसको मुस्ताफी का टी शर्ट दिलाओ. Really Mustafi, I mean.
So yeah, I was saying, yeah, Bayern were 2, and then I think Mukoko scored the first goal for Dortmund, and
Okay.
89th minute they got a red card, and Tabhi, this RDME guy, will give an amazing cross, like De Bruyne level cross from completely wide position, and it was an easy tap in for I forgot who scored the second goal. So easy tap in, but I think it is Mukoko, and Musiala scored the first goal. So he misses that.
Musiala is a good player.
Yeah, so Musiala scored the first goal. So he misses that, and in the I think 93rd minute or something, the ball completely goes out of the play, almost goes out of the play. But there's this player who stops and then gives just a lift into the box, and Mukoko scores the equaling header. Like, great. So he misses that cross first, easy tap in, and then he scores it in 93rd minute. But Dortmund were really like amazed by, the draw felt like a win for them. Like, a really great game.
I mean, the only time I watch Bayern or Dortmund play is when they play in Champions League.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Same.
The reason the reason why I cannot watch Bundesliga is because their timings always clash with EPL. And even the good matches, right? You just
no problem.
Gone.
Yeah.
Potty करना याद आया यार. तो कहाँ? What was it? I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, Bundesliga clashes with EPL.
Bundesliga clashes with EPL, and I don't know. Apart from Dortmund, Bayern, I don't know any other team.
Leverkusen.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little ignorant on my part.
It's tough for us to follow so many matches.
Yeah, it's impossible.
हर country Europe में एक league है, and they all are so good sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's very tough. It's very understandable. We cannot. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was saying that. But I scout Dortmund because of the business that they do. Scout Benfica, like, they just player बनाते हैं, पता नहीं कैसे बनाते हैं, but they just, like, so many players are around the world are from those teams. It's like
a lot
beauty.
of South American players. So a lot of South American players, they either go to Italy at the start of the career, they go to Italy or they go to Portugal. Right. Then their next logical step is to play, then go to France or Germany.
Right.
And finally, when they are when they are in the prime of their career, they go to England or they go to Spain.
Right.
And once they are like In downhill, they go to US, they go to Qatar, they go to Middle East, they go to
China.
Japan,
Mm,
China, mint
yes.
loads of money, and then
Mm,
become football pundits
yes.
or start recording podcasts.
हमने तो कुछ भी ना करे ही स्टार्ट कर दिया है बट
अरे हम लोग फैन हैं.
यस फैन
Fans are
पॉडकास्ट
entitled people.
yes. What I was thinking, one more thing was Newcastle's game. Did you watch it?
No.
Ooh, it was a good game. They scored 5
Newcastle
goals.
Fulham, right?
Newcastle were playing against Brentford.
Oh, Brentford, Thomas Frank.
5-1. Yeah.
हाँ.
Raya, you should see that. So I had one interesting question for you, but you might
Hmm.
be able to answer it. So what would, so Newcastle have new owners and they have
Hmm.
loads of money right now. So what would
Hmm.
take for a team like Newcastle to actually come in top six or probably fight for Champions League spots?
In my opinion, in my humble opinion,
Mm.
uh, Everton has got loads of money.
Mm.
They're still struggling.
But Newcastle
Um,
has more money than City, right?
yeah, obviously. I mean,
Mm.
but at the end of the day, there is only a certain amount you can spend.
Mm.
There are ways by which you can move around FFP and spend a lot of money. But yes, you'll always get caught. Even City does not spend obscene amount of money now.
What
You
is
know,
FFP?
financial fair play.
Okay.
So if you see, even City does not spend obscene amount of money. If you see in this transfer window,
Mm.
City has been in profit. They have
Mm.
sold for more than what they have bought in for, right?
Right. Mm.
So with respect to Newcastle, they might have all the money in the world,
Mm.
right? But they need to recruit the right people in the footballing department to make the right decision,
Mm.
be it the coach, be it the
Mm.
football director, be it the head of football, or whatever they want to call.
Mm.
And they need to be backed by the people who sit in the boardroom.
Right.
And if they really want to be successful, they need to look at how City have transformed a garbage of a football club.
Exactly. Like back in like 2008 or 9, City were 10th, 14th, finishing then,
Not
right?
10, 14, they did not even fucking play in the Premier League.
Mm.
Before the takeover happened, that was the year they were about to get relegated.
Mm.
They had just avoided relegation, and they were in shambles, absolute shambles.
Mm.
There was this southeastern owner they had,
Mm.
Thomas. You remember they had this jersey, Thomas Cook wale jerseys
Yes, I remember that
back in the
jersey. Yeah.
yeah, City. I think that was the time when like the City was at its lowest, and then when the
Etihad.
Etihad Group
Mm.
bought the club, and I think the it was a very smart move. You know,
Mm. Mm.
I always feel that Manchester as a name resonates very loudly in the footballing world, be it United, and now it's
Right.
City.
Mm.
Now it's easily to pick up Man United, Man City, Man United, Man City.
Mm.
Huh? It was like destined to
Right.
become popular if you played your cards properly. But coming back to your question about Newcastle, man, my answer stands the state. You have to recruit right. You have to get the right people and stop. Maybe as owners, stop interfering and let the footballing people do their job.
Right.
You know, and have a vision. Have set targets. कि अच्छा,
Mm.
क्योंकि overnight तो होने वाला नहीं है.
Exactly. So you cannot
हाँ.
probably not bring big names to Newcastle right now.
Immediately नहीं आ सकते. हाँ.
नहीं आ सकते तो इवेंचुअली बट आई डोंट थिंक लेस्टर की तरह सरप्राइज भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि एक बार आगे अगले सीजन खत्म मतलब एवरीबॉडी लाइक प्लेयर्स वर गॉन.
I think that season with Leicester was magical.
या
That was um, uh,
मारेज मारेज वाडी.
I don't know. If you get a chance, um, go back, open Narcos season 1, the Pablo Escobar one.
Oh yeah.
There's this intro scene where there's a monologue,
Mm.
and he talks about magic.
Mm.
The moment you talk about Leicester City in that
Mm.
season, it's about
Mm.
that magic which happened.
Mm. Yeah.
And that's not going to happen. I'm not that is not going to happen, and that only happened because Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur screwed themselves that
Yeah.
season.
Right.
For City to win their first league after the takeover, it took them 5 years,
Right.
4 or 5 years. It's
Right.
going to happen exactly the same way with Newcastle. They just need to be patient. They just need to embrace the fact that their ownership has changed. They're no
Right.
longer a money minting machine for some,
Correct.
English businessmen.
Right.
Right now, they are run by a fucking state.
Mm.
You know, a country running. They
Yeah.
have you seen the third jersey? It's
Yeah.
it's exactly of the Saudi Arabia flag.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah.
White and green
Mm.
shorts.
Yeah.
Anyway, good to them. Good for them. All I care about is the league should stop now. We are
Mm.
at top of the league. We
Stop the count.
yes, we kicked Liverpool in their teeth. And for the first time, I think in 4 years, I
Mm.
have seen Liverpool's spirit broken. They
Mm.
gave up after the third goal went in.
I think, yeah, Trent is again injured.
Trent is injured. Luis Diaz is injured. I think they came
Diaz
in
is
bus. They went
injured.
back in ambulance.
I mean,
Klopp
every day
looks like a broken man.
I think like this might be the time Liverpool might bounce back, but they are just going deeper and deeper into the hole.
Why do you want
Uh,
Liverpool to
I
bounce
don't
back?
I don't. It's just I'm thinking I'm
Uh,
expecting, okay, this Klopp might do this. Like I was thinking that might be a changing point or something. Because they won in Champions League against Rangers. It was all over the news. I didn't think it was a great turnover for Liverpool or anything. They just won a game 2-1. But yeah, I think without TA and without Diaz, I think it's gonna be tougher for them. And one thing, even though it was all about Haaland, I think we need to give credit to few players who were actually doing really good. Mitrovic was really good. Firmino was really good. A bunch of folks at Brighton were really good. And Almiron at Newcastle was really good this season. Like, be it the 9 games that we had, it was overshadowed by Haaland, but they were actually really good. Firmino, nobody expected Firmino. If they had a choice to sell anybody between Mane, Salah, and Firmino, every Liverpool fan would have sold Firmino first. Don't you think so?
yes, I
But
always I always
Bob,
feel that Firmino, Bobby Firmino is the most underrated footballer in
mm,
Liverpool's team.
mm,
You know, I always feel Bobby Firmino has got a very different guile the way he plays.
yeah,
And Mane, Bobby Firmino, and Salah, they were a beautiful,
mm,
triad. And Bobby Firmino is doing bits what he always does. He
yeah,
always scores against Arsenal, and he
mm,
did.
mm,
Though it was against the run of play, but
mm,
he scored.
mm,
And I
yeah.
wouldn't say long may it continue, but yeah, लिवरपूल का इस सीजन मेरे को लग नहीं रहा है. They're already 14 points off
Oh yeah,
Arsenal.
they're in 10th place.
They're in 10th place. I'm not very confident they'll recover. They'll have a very moderate season, I think, this time.
Yeah,
The
I
reason
thought
why because their midfield is very poor.
exactly. So I
If
thought they might actually finish in top four, but I am starting to doubt my prediction. That's what I said when we started in the first episode.
Hmm.
But I think वो finish नहीं करेंगे top four में. It might be because there's no squad depth, and that I I wonder how they even played the previous 2 seasons with those few players. So it might be actually hitting them right now, that thing. So yeah, Newcastle के match में I was observing these few players were really good. Almiron was really good, and there's this Trippier, of course. He's the captain. He's leading the team right now, and you
He
should
gave me
see.
7 points in FPL.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think clean sheet और मतलब 13 आ जाते हैं आपको. But
हाँ.
he gave this amazing assist. I think he got 2 bonus points also. Um,
Yeah.
so it was
I
a
think
corner.
he's the right back who has to play for England, Not Reece
Yeah.
James, not
Yeah.
Kyle Walker. Kyle
Mm,
Walker can play in three at the back, but Kieran
mm,
Trippier should play for England.
yeah,
Though
yeah,
we are not English,
100%.
but
100% I agree. So
yeah.
this corner that Newcastle were taking, Almiron took the corner and gave the
Hmm.
ball to who was almost at the half line, Trippier, and he whipped it in so well, so well.
Hmm.
And I think Bruno finished it. I think Bruno,
Bruno Guimaraes.
yeah, I think he finished it. Great header, but oh my god, the vision like Trippier had was amazing. And he's taking corners, he's taking free kicks. He is defending. Oh, he's really good, Trippier.
Trippier used to play for Tottenham Hotspur,
Yes. Hmm.
and then he went to Atletico Madrid.
Yes. And
He
then
then he
back to
came back
Newcastle.
to Newcastle.
Hmm.
I liked Kieran Trippier as a player, as a footballer.
Yeah, I liked when he was in
Yeah,
Spurs too. Very, very
I
yes.
hated him when he was in Spurs.
But even this Almiron also is like
Now the
Almiron
thing with
and Bruno.
Almiron is that when he came, when he joined Newcastle, when Steve Bruce was the manager,
Hmm.
uh, I always felt that he's a player who plays with he plays with a smile on his face,
Yeah.
always running.
Yeah.
Always running, always doing something tricky. He's always a
Hmm.
nuisance.
Hmm.
But in this season, I think he's adding end product to his game. I think he's
He is.
maturing as a footballer.
Hmm.
He's reaching an age like 26, 25,
Hmm.
27, I guess. He's reaching a point in his career where he's maturing himself, and he's I always liked him. I always like players who work hard.
Hmm. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
don't let yeah. Though
Agreed.
Mesut
100%.
Ozil though Mesut Ozil was as silky as
Hmm.
silk, but
Hmm.
yeah, he would never run,
Was a
never
big
run
fan
like
of
an
Ozil.
Almiron.
Big fan of Ozil. Although his arrival at Real Madrid actually put the curtains on Kaka's career almost. But he was so good. He was so good, Mesut Ozil.
Ozil
Like
was
Ozil and I am Jose Mourinho. Like Mourinho
uh,
really got the best out of Ozil at Madrid.
whenever I think about Ozil, right? I mean, he had a very bad ending to his Arsenal career, but Ozil was, I don't know, he was magic.
Yeah,
वो भी अलग player था यार. हाँ
100% with you
हाँ
on that. Yeah.
हाँ, अलग प्लेयर था उसके उसके कुछ कुछ रियल मैड्रिड के या आर्सेनल के हाइलाइट्स देखो,
Mm,
सोचोगे कि यार कोई आदमी अपने पैर से इतने डेलिकेटली कोई कैसे कर सकता है. हाँ
his magic, yes,
हाँ.
world class, sir.
Anyway, next on to our next segment.
Yes. What do you want to talk about Arsenal? How are they? What do you think? I mean, do you actually think they can give a fight to the City?
No,
Not a chance, right? It might be tough.
but we'll. I was
That's what I was
I
thinking. They don't have to do much. They have to play a couple of games with City, and they
draw
might
them.
have to draw them or probably make sure, you know,
एक जीतो एक हारो.
matlab can't, after seeing Arsenal's game, I realized Conte was not wrong in parking the bus in the match against Arsenal. Like it's fine. It's fine to because Arsenal's attack is so fluid and so in a great way right now. It's good to block them. So Arsenal might have to do the same to City when they play them. What do you think?
I don't know. It'll be like two it'll be like two equal forces, attacking each other. Depends on what players we have fit. I think that's the biggest problem
That
what we
is
have.
the differential, I think. Yeah, that's the
So
squad depth
the
that between
thing,
both the teams.
yeah, the squad depth and the experience what City have, they've done it,
Mm,
4 times in last 5 years. They've been there. They
mm,
know,
mm,
what it takes to
mm,
be on top and consistently be on top of the
right.
game.
Mm,
Arsenal might have Jesus and Zinchenko and all these players who've done it,
mm,
but I think it's a learning process. I think second or third is the position what I'm
fair.
looking
Yeah.
at with Arsenal,
Mm,
and I don't have high like. अगर लीग नहीं जीते तो मैं ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं छाती फाड़ के रोने लगूंगा. I'm just
mm,
happy that
top four.
I see a football team which I like.
Yeah. Mm,
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
can actually support.
Yes.
I look at a football team which plays for the manager, plays for the fans.
Right.
हाँ. And
That's pretty decent actually, to be honest.
अभी नहीं, एक दो सीजन होने दो, उसके बाद
Yeah.
देखेंगे.
Yes. 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 So Champions League games. City won against Copenhagen 4-0. Haaland scored a goal. It was very like Pep was also joking about it in a press conference that he is disappointed that Haaland didn't score a hat trick.
Yeah. अब
Just
हालैंड
became
मजाक
a
बन गया है.
cliche right now.
Yeah.
कि ठीक है हालैंड बना रहा है मतलब मार रहा है कौन डे ब्रुयने गोल
But
दे
I
रहा है
think
मतलब असिस्ट
I
दे रहा
have
है.
Haaland is also very injury prone, I guess.
I don't know actually.
Yeah,
Is he?
we'll have to look at his injury record, but I think he is a little injury prone.
Hmm.
I mean, apart from him being injured, I think no one is stopping him. He plays every
I think
match.
he
He
has
scores
enough
in
time.
every
So उसको
match.
World Cup भी नहीं खेलना है. Every player around him will be playing the World Cup, and he'll be all rested. And even if injured, he has enough time to recover unless it's a big injury.
Yeah,
So I
they'll put
think
him in
this
some
season at
cryogenic
least
tank.
he's gonna
They'll put in some cryogenic tank filled with liquid nitrogen and put in and
nitro
maybe
boost.
डाल देंगे भैंचो एकदम सेंटर ऑफ द अर्थ वर्ल्ड कप के स्टार्ट
Yeah,
होने का. वर्ल्ड कप जब के बाद जब बाहर निकलेगा एकदम, वो तुमको याद है वो एक
refreshed.
एक क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो का स्टैचू है ब्रॉन्ज का,
हाँ हाँ हाँ
एकदम
हाँ,
हालैंड का भी ऐसे स्टैचू निकलेगा धरती के अंदर से. हाँ. और उसके हाथ पे फिर पेप गार्डियोला पत्थर रखेगा तो फिर वो जिंदा हो जाएगा, एंड देन he'll have ब्लड ब्लड इन हिज आईज, और मे बी समथिंग गेम ऑफ थ्रोन में जैसे जॉन स्नो को जिंदा करके मार
yeah,
के
yeah,
वापस लेके आया था,
yeah.
वैसा ही कुछ होगा, कुछ चूतियापा करेगा.
Which
Haaland is Haaland will become a folklore. He'll not be a legend. He'll be a folklore.
yeah.
People will start writing unnecessary, unshunned stories about him.
There's
हाँ.
so much sir मतलब हम भी अभी बात ही कर रहे हैं but anywhere I open it was Haaland. Anywhere
हाँ.
मतलब कहीं पे भी it was just too much. I was like ठीक है भाई
You
मतलब.
want I can give you few examples of what people start talking. You might find an excavated site in Manchester, for example. People might have excavated it, or dug up the ground just for maybe construction purpose. लोग आगे बोलेंगे यहाँ पे ना हालन टट्टी करने आया था, धरती का धस गया नीचे. You
वही
never
मतलब
know.
रैंडम स्टैट्स लाइक एट दिस रेट
हाँ.
एट दैट रेट उसने वो किया था.
हाँ.
रोनाल्डो ने इतना ये किया था हालैंड ये कर रहा है
हाँ.
मतलब जस्ट लाइक स्टॉप इट वेट मतलब ही इज 22 ईयर ओल्ड ठीक है अच्छा कर रहा है करने दो बट ही
अगली
वाज
बार
टू मच.
अगली बार अगर ग्लोबल वार्मिंग क्या बोलते हैं कि कम हो जाती है ना, अर्थ का टेम्परेचर कम हो जाता है, हाँ, तो लोग बोलेंगे हालैंड ने थोड़ा बहुत गर्मी अंदर ले लिया आपने.
बोल भी सकते हैं यार.
और मैं लोगों की बात नहीं, मैं खुद ऐसी कहानियां बनाता हूँ तो. हाँ. हाँ.
यही बिकती है.
हाँ.
चैंपियंस लीग में रियल प्लेड शाख्तर. I think as we speak, Manchester City is actually playing Copenhagen right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the match might have started.
Yeah, yeah. So the thing, Real is on the top of the table, and they don't have to do much to stay on top of the table, even
Man
if they
City
lose
got a
this
red
match.
card.
Oof, really?
Yeah, some player called Sergio Gomez. Who is he?
Gomez is a new player. He gave an assist to Haaland in United's match.
Really?
Yeah, he's a left back.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that is nice.
अच्छा, ये सर्जियो गोमेज इसका भाई पेप का एजेंट है. अरे सॉरी, इसका एजेंट पेप का भाई है. सॉरी.
Oh,
हाँ.
अच्छा.
हाँ. ये प्लेयर एंडरलेक्ट से आया है.
Oh, अच्छा.
हाँ.
मैन
एंडरलेक्ट
सिटी
या
और
स्पोर्टिंग लिस्बन ऐसे किसी क्लब से आया है, याद
अच्छा.
नहीं है मेरे को.
So yeah, so
हाँ.
and Barca is also playing Inter this Champions League game day, and that is a must-win
Tonight.
game for them.
Or
And
is they are fucking back to they'll come down to Europa League.
maybe
Yeah, that's
uh,
what happens. That's
because it was not Barca's fault. It's very hard to praise Barca or like support them, but even Bayern's game was not their fault. They were so good at throughout the game, but Bayern just finished their chances. And Inter, I think there was some VAR controversy and they didn't win. They were supposed to get handball or something, And this time they are playing Inter, and they need to win this game to stay in the competition. And they're playing Real Madrid this Sunday, El Clasico. So it's very tough. I don't know how. So Real Madrid need not really think about Champions League, despite the injury woes that we have right now. Courtois is injured, Modric is injured, Ceballos is injured. Benzema is back in training.
Ceballos is injured.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Benzema is back in training. So you should see how it goes. But
Karim
one thing I've
Benzema.
noticed that Madrid recently is Rodrigo, sir. He started as a left winger. He played as a right winger because
Huh,
Vinicius was playing there. Now he's playing as number 10.
huh.
He was playing as number 9 also. Now
Everywhere.
everywhere, everywhere. So one more thing Ancelotti said last week was that Valverde told only one thing to me. My favorite position is anywhere but the bench. Like, मुझे कहीं भी खिला लो. Valverde.
I think Valverde should come to Arsenal.
Why do you think he should come to Arsenal? कुछ भी.
Yeah.
क्यों?
I think Arsenal is a bigger club than Real Madrid.
उसको फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. उसको फुटबॉल खिला लो कहीं पे भी. He does not want the attention. मतलब उसको
हाँ,
मुझे लगता है क्लब से भी फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. बस कौन है अपोनेंट, बता दो कहाँ मारना है कहाँ देना है. मतलब वो खुश
हाँ.
रहेगा.
ऐसे प्लेयर अच्छे लगते हैं who
You
play
know
for the
these
team.
passionate players that
How
always
old
think.
how old is he, Valverde? 22.
No, I think he's 24 or something. Little older than. He's not that young, I think. Valverde. Let me check. 24, yes. 24. That's right. Uruguayan. These players might actually excel more. Like, I always knew Odegaard would succeed at Arsenal. मैं तब साक्ष्य में आपको कह रहा था Odegaard यार, मतलब I don't know why Real Madrid didn't keep him. But yeah, great player. But
So
Barca, yeah,
we
talking about Gavi and Pedri are literally reading the young uh, two
यार
folks
गावी पेड्री
leading.
को स्कूल में होना चाहिए यार. हाँ.
But they are leading Barca right now. मतलब, I don't think,
वो
Xavi's biggest mistake is, I think it is starting Alonso. He is not in his greatest form right now.
मेरे को लगता है कि गावी और पेड्री को खिलाने की वजह से जावी के ऊपर चाइल्ड लेबर का केस हो सकता है. हाँ, उसको जेल में डाल देंगे सब साले.
उसको
हम्म.
उनको नहीं खिलाएंगे तो बारसा फैंस फिर मार देंगे उसको. Yeah, I think that's a wrap. What matches do we have? Do we have any great matches this weekend?
This
Is
weekend is Liverpool City.
Oh yes, that's gonna be.
Uh,
You think City will trash Liverpool?
I think the game is at Anfield. It's going to be a tight game. But
Nahi. I don't have any Anfield hopes or like
City will come
thoughts.
through.
Yeah, City will come through.
If Liverpool
Mm,
had any shame,
mm,
those players had any shame,
mm,
you know,
mm.
they'd fucking beat City. If Van Dijk is the defender what Van Dijk or the world claims him to be,
Claims simply.
he would fucking stop that robo and create a
He
four
should.
point gap between City and Arsenal.
Mm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That would. Oh, that's what you're worried about.
देखो भाई, आदमी को अपना देखते रहना चाहिए.
बिल्कुल
हाँ,
बिल्कुल.
हाँ, हाँ. Always look out for yourself.
I think Liverpool को पास और कोई option नहीं है. They have to give their 100% to at least stop City or at least draw with them.
Draw the fucking game. Do something. Just don't
Yeah.
lose.
Yeah. But हाँ, Van Dijk के ऊपर ही है.
Yeah.
I think this game is also going to be super interesting. So Manchester United versus Newcastle United. I'm going to watch
It's at
this game.
Old Trafford, right?
Yeah, it's at Old Trafford.
Those games are always interesting.
I need to
Old
watch it.
rivals. Old rivals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need
Remember
to
the day when
watch.
Shearer used to play?
Yeah,
I still watch
I
those
only saw
highlights
highlights.
sometimes.
Yeah, only saw the highlights. But yeah.
I still watch some highlights from those back old days when Shearer used to score and then give that Nazi celebration.
Hmm.
Oh, I mean that was not Nazi celebration, but
Mm.
something similar.
Yes. Brighton is playing Nottingham Forest, but it is on Tuesday.
Boring match. Boring
Yeah.
match.
Crystal Palace and Wolves. Yeah, not so like.
All
I'm
these are
definitely
dead
following
matches.
Newcastle. Yeah,
Why are you following Newcastle? Bruno Guimaraes because he's going to go to Real
just
Madrid. What the
Trippier,
fuck?
Trippier.
Trippier. अच्छा,
Yes,
he's getting you trippy.
yes, definitely.
अरे वो अगले मैच में इंजर हो जाएगा यार ट्रिपियर, टेंशन मत लो तुम.
एंड वो खेल भी अच्छे रहे हैं. पिछले मैच में 4 गोल मारे थे. मतलब लास्ट मैच में, मतलब
नहीं
पिछले के
अच्छा
पिछले
खेल
मैच
रहा
में
है.
4 खेल रहे. पिछले मैच में 5 मारे. मतलब ऑल्दो दो वर लाइक रायास फॉल्ट्स
नहीं
स्ट्रेट अप.
न्यूकासल अच्छा खेल
हम्म.
रही है, उन्होंने अच्छे प्लेयर खरीदे हैं.
हम्म.
हाँ उनका उनका जो प्लेयर है एलन सेंट मैक्सिमन,
ओ या
ब्रूनो गुमारेश, और वो
शार.
क्या नाम है उसका, वो एक लंबा सा जो लिंटन, जो विलक.
जोलिंटन, शार. और कौन है?
हाँ हाँ ये सब प्लेयर स्टीव ये सब मोस्ट ऑफ ब्रूनो गुमारेश तो नहीं था, लेकिन ये सब प्लेयर स्टीव ब्रूस के टाइम पे भी थे. हाँ
हम्म.
हाँ और हग रहे थे सब बैठ के.
हम्म.
हाँ लेकिन मैनेजर
हम्म.
ने बिलीफ दिया, सब अच्छा खेल रहे हैं.
सही है यार. चलो, आई थिंक दैट्स अ रैप फॉर दिस एपिसोड. थैंक यू. थैंक यू एवरीवन. थैंक
थैंक
यू
यू
नीलेश भाई.
वंसी एंड थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर लिसनिंग.
यस.
See you next week.
See you next week. Tada.
Bye bye.
Bye.